Hi guys, Christine here, and in this video we are just going to make a little tool to help us make these scoreboard envelopes. These envelopes or folios I just did a video on. I use them in my journals a lot, and I use a Martha Stewart scoreboard to make them. And with that scoreboard comes this little, it's usually in that slot, template or this adapter that helps you get your paper at the right angle. So what we're doing today is we're making them. Now there are two ways we can make them. We can make them out of recycled cardboard, and I'll show you how to do that. Or I have a kit with some of them already made. You just have to print, cut, and fold, and you're done. And these, the kit is available on Ko-fi and is free to any Ko-fi supporter. So you can go check that out. But I'll show you how to do it just out of cardboard as well. And either way, you will be able to create the template required to correctly and accurately score at an angle, which for these envelopes is important. So here you can see I'm going to go at 3.5, and otherwise I wouldn't be able to see where that groove was, but with this, no problem. So again, this is available on Ko-fi, and now we can make one out of cardboard as well. So let's get to work. Okay, so in my earlier video, I showed how to make this type of surprise photo interior envelope with a Martha Stewart scoreboard. Now, some of you may have a scoreboard, but not have this Martha Stewart little attachment that just comes with it. And for those of you who haven't seen it, it's hidden in this little slot down here. But we're going to make one that on our own that you can use in case you don't already have one. So what you'll need is a piece of 12-inch cardboard. So you have a couple of options. This happens to be cardstock, and I could use one of these, but there's no need to waste a good piece of cardstock. You could just use the back cardboard, and that would be plenty enough sturdy for what we're doing. Or you can use recycled cardboard, and in this case I'm going to use this old vintage album because it's not a very good album. So what we want to do is get this to 12 inches. So I'm going to just lop off one side because it's a little bit bigger than 12 inches. So now I've got a 12-inch width, and I want a 6-inch height. So I'm going to go back to the cutter. Okay, so I have here now a 12 by 6-inch piece of cardboard, and I'm going to stick it on my, flip it this way, it's going to be easier for me to see on the white. No, maybe not. Okay, stick it here, 12, and I'm going to score at the 6. And you really want to press hard to stay in that groove. Now, so I basically scored it down the middle. I'm going to fold it. Then, this is how easy it is. I'm going to give a little love there. And now we are just going to glue it together. Okay, now we are going to do this. Okay, nice and glued. And now we simply have to cut it from corner to corner, like so. For that, I will use this little knife. There we go. Okay, so basically you have 2 of them, but we only need 1 of them. And as you can see, it is the same size as Martha Stewart's. Okay, so now we need a way to mark basically all of these little segments, because when we go to put our paper down for scoring, we're going to want to be able to reference them. So what I suggest doing is holding this very tight into the corner, basically score into your cardboard. And you'll see what I'm doing is actually making little ridges. Can you see that? Making little ridges so you can see where the marks would be. Oh, sorry, where the score lines would be. So by doing that, and then come back and you really just want to get them all visible, that's all. Because we can mark them further later. But that's what we're going to do. So we do the whole length of our triangle. Okay, so now you can see I have little ridges, just like my Martha Stewart version. So now what I would do, using a pen, and probably one a little thicker than this one, but we'll hold on to this for now. I would go ahead and mark every 1 inch, so every eighth. You can just count because each of these are eighths. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's 1 inch. All right, so you can see I've put marks for every inch, and then it wouldn't be a bad idea to do every half as well. And you could do every eighth if you want, but it's just a good idea to do at least the half inches. Okay, so now you know when you go to put your paper down for scoring. Let me grab one. So I've got my paper, and this is something, by the way, that we're thinking about. Like, I know I will never use this piece of scrapbook paper, but the backside is really useful to me because I could just print something else on it and then use it that way, and then put that on the inside that will never get seen. So let me finish. Sorry, here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, just an indication. So now, in the case of this is a 12 by 12. Let's see what Martha says I should be making this. I don't have this written down. 12 by 12, 3 7/8. So here I can go. I see that's 4. So 1/8 away. Now turn it exactly over, opposite corner. 3 7/8. And now the other side scores are at 5 1/2. So that would be up here. Turn this around. 5 1/2. And that's all because I could see my little 1/8 inch widgets there on this little template. So now we would cut them out. And fold. Now you have a nice big envelope. And they come in various sizes, so I'll do a little sheet that you can download with what size you need to print for a variety of envelope sizes. But now you can see it's a great big envelope. Hope that helps. Let's go create Be Awesome. Okay, so there it is. That's as easy as it gets to make something out of cardboard like this that you can use for a template and an adapter for this method. Now, if you don't want to go through the bother of even doing that, fear not. I've created a kit that will do it for you. Basically, all you have to do is print and cut and fold. And it's super easy to put together. And I'm giving this to all my Ko-fi supporters. You could just go over, and if you supported me ever in any capacity, you can download this for free with my gratitude. And others can also go over and buy it. But there are 3 different styles, and they are each kind of watery and flowery, and this is wavy. Now, what I want you to keep in mind, and it's very important, is that when you're printing these, you want to be sure you're not printing on with borderless printing selected in your print dialog box, because what happens when the printer prints borderlessly is it really just expands your document ever so much, so that you can make sure it hits all the all the edges. So here, for example, this should be 6 inches, and it's 6 1/8. Okay, so here's where it's printed without, and here is exactly 6 inches. So the importance of that is you want your template, your tool, to be exactly 6 inches. So I printed this one specifically on borderless printing just to be able to show you. And that goes for everything. Anytime you're using borderless printing with any kit, mine or another designer's, it's going to print everything that 1/8 inch bigger. So how do these go together? I will show you. It is so easy. All you need to do is you're going to start and you're going to score from corner to corner along the ruler part. And just the back of the knife is fine. And then you're simply going to cut out right on the line. Okay, and now because we scored, this should fold very easily, and it does. You can see everything matches up nicely, and then we're just going to glue. And fold. And burnish. So now we take our scoreboard, and there you go. And you can see everything is lined up perfectly. So if we take a piece of paper, we want to make an envelope or whatever, a folio of some sort, you can see that now you can just line it up with the number and get your desired measured fold. So there you have it. And then something else that I would do with it is I would take a hole punch of some sort. This one's bigger than it needs to be. You could do this with a regular hole punch. But I would stick a hole in it, kind of right in the middle in this corner. That would allow me to just hang this up and out of the way. So there you have it. Go create, be awesome.